This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com.
Hi, welcome to part 2 of our Chair Yoga for Seniors class. I'm Nanci. I'm first going to start with a position that we touched on in part 1 of our Chair Yoga for Seniors, and that is your chair pose, Utkatasana, your chair pose. Fitting. So I'm going to scoot forward in the chair, anchor my feet, so make sure my heels are on the ground. You can scoot your feet underneath you just a little bit, and you have some options here. You're going to try to stand up on your feet just enough to try and get your hips just a little bit off that chair. So grounded feet, heels down, toes facing straight forward, and either pushing with the hands and coming up off the chair, shifting your weight a little forward on the feet, or you can even try and take those arms up and shift forward and stand into those heels. So you're right over your chair, so you're very safe. If you need to sit right back down, you're right there. You haven't come too far forward. There's your chair, engaging your hamstrings, your glutes, your quads, engaging your core, and then sitting back down on the chair. So that's an option for you to try out and play with your Utkatasana, your chair pose. And maybe try it one more time, either arms up or arms down on the chair if that feels more safe and more comfortable to you. Breathing, so we're interested in our breath here. We want to stay with as steady, even breaths as we can. And sitting back down on your chair again. So since you were playing with getting on and off the chair, if you think you can actually press down and stand up, then you can do that, and we can move to the back of the chair for the next portion of the class. If you're having a little bit of trouble getting up and down off the chair, you scoot back on the chair, turn yourself to one side, place the hand on the back of the chair, make sure your heels really dig down into the floor, and bring yourself up to standing. So once we stand up and we're behind our chair, I would have you move your chair just a little bit forward. Just wiggle your chair forward towards the front of the mat. Make sure it is on the mat so it's still stable, and it's going to grip the mat and the floor. So a little more space here for me on the rest of the mat for some of my standing poses. Scoot this a little more forward. There we go. Stepping the right foot forward, we're moving into our warrior pose. Stepping the left foot back, and if we turn out the left foot, we can put that heel down, and that's a little more stable position. When I bend that front knee, I want that front heel to stay down. You can see how I'm kind of wiggling my foot forward, because I want the perfect position where my knee is over the ankle, my front heel is down, and I've spun my back foot, so my back heel is down. I'm using the chair for balance. You are very welcome to take one arm off, or even both arms off if you feel stable and solid. You do want a pretty long stance for this, meaning you want your feet pretty far apart from one another. You'll actually feel more stable in the position if you have your feet further apart from one another. So here we are in our warrior, hands down, or one arm, or both arms. I'm keeping my shoulders right over my hips. I'm pressing down to the feet to engage these leg muscles so I feel nice and strong. I'm really getting the most benefit out of this posture, strengthening and also stretching right through the front of this leg and the front of this hip. Breathing deeply, my heart opens and lifts forward and up as if it's coming right over the front top of the chair. That's kind of the direction you're moving towards. Even, steady breaths always help us with the postures and everything else. Placing that hand down. Now, if you place your hands down, you're welcome to move into a little bit harder position if you want something more challenging, and that would be to spin this back foot and take that back heel off into what I call the runner's lunge. My back foot's now parallel, my back heel is off. This little more stretch for your foot. It's a little bit more wobbly position, so you might want both your hands down, or again, you could just try playing with one arm off, or both. You always have your chair there for you if you need a little help with balance. To get out of the position, spin the back foot, wiggle those feet forward. Pause in your Tadasana. just to feel yourself in center, nice and grounded. And then we can switch to the other side. Left foot forward. It's pretty close to the chair, you can see, so that way I don't have to reach too far forward to have this chair for balance. I'm going to wiggle that right foot back, turn it so my back heel comes down, bend the front knee. Front knee is hopefully right over the ankle or pretty close to that alignment there. Shoulders over hips, chest up and out, breathing deeply, using the chair as little or as much as you need it for balance. So perhaps one arm, testing that, or both. Again, the feet can be pretty far apart here. Too short a stance, and you're actually less balanced, so feet further away is helpful. And we can try a little more advanced version eventually, as you watch this video more and more, by taking that back heel off, back foot parallel. Very similar lunge otherwise. Nice stretch for the front of the leg, for the front of the hip and the hip flexor, and even a little for the psoas in here. And breathing deeply. Placing that back heel down if you've taken it off, and wiggling those feet closer together to stand up in your Tadasana pose. Feeling those feet on the mat, feeling that nice posture where the chest is lifted, the shoulders are down, and you're breathing deeply. So we'll do a forward fold with our chair. This is a pretty simple forward fold, but you may feel quite a bit of stretch in your hamstrings depending on your flexibility. Walking the feet back. I want about as much distance from the chair as it takes to extend my arms. So from about my hips to where my fingers are, I want that length from my feet to the chair. Now, you don't need to drop down. You're actually pulling the ribs up and in and lengthening those arms, using the chair for balance. Notice my ears are right between my arms. I'm not going to let my head drop down. I'm going to have those ears right between the arms. So ideally, I have as straight a line as possible from hips through top of the head, through fingertips. Now, this might be a big stretch for you. So if it is, you can either bend your knees a little bit, or you can lift that upper body a little bit. If it's too much stretch, you don't have to have your upper body parallel to the floor necessarily. So somewhere around here, maybe a little higher. Make sure you don't get too far from your chair. You don't want to be stretching out like this. You actually want your feet right underneath your hips, okay? Just see what kind of stretch you get there. And lengthening through that spine too. It's like a tractioning out and lengthening through the spine and through the neck. Breathing deeply right into the chest, the ribs, and the upper back. Now, we can go further into a little bit deeper, harder posture here if we want to start to practice some of our balancing. We could just draw this right foot back, maybe touch those right toes back a little bit away from us. So we're standing on the left leg. We're using the chair for balance, pressing down on the chair, pressing down into that foot, and then if you'd like to try and lift that back leg a little bit, you're welcome to. So that's moving into your warrior 3 pose with the chair. And of course, we can switch sides. If we're trying that harder pose, that little bit harder balance, that warrior 3, we can switch sides, take the left toes back and the right foot right underneath my pelvis, right underneath my hips, and trying that balance. Notice I'm trying to square off, pulling the ribs up and in, lengthening, breathing, lots going on there. And then placing that foot back down, walking those feet forward and coming up to standing, coming up to Tadasana. So we have a few more standing balances we can practice here since we have our chair here. Let's go for a quad stretch. We've been using those legs quite a bit. So standing on that right foot, see if it's possible to hold on to that left foot and find a quadricep stretch here in that front of that thigh. If you can't catch your foot, that's okay, because we have a number of other standing balances for you to practice today. It's okay if it's not too close into you, but you do want to stand upright, hip points forward and up, chest up, top of the head reaching towards the sky, using your chair for balance. And if you have caught that foot, let go of it and switch to the other side for a quadricep stretch. Nice deep breaths. Always checking in with the breath. Helps so much to breathe deeply. Relaxes the body. Fuels the muscles with oxygen. And placing that foot back down. Our next balance will be our tree pose. So just so you can see the tree and also see another way you could practice this balance, I'm going to turn to the side. Now you have some options here. You could be facing the chair with both hands on the chair, and you could be to the side instead, like I'm going to show it, with one hand on the chair. So we're shifting our weight onto our right foot, taking the left toes off just a little. We're going to test it out a little bit here. We're going to keep those hips level and square, so I don't need to, just because I'm turning the leg out a little bit, the hip socket, doesn't mean that I need to turn my whole pelvis. Hip points facing forward, hips level, toes off. You could play with one arm up if you have your side to the chair. And as you get a little bit more comfortable with your tree pose, you can start to take those toes a little bit further away from the floor. In your more traditional tree pose, you would have your foot quite high, so you have a choice of high to low. And practicing your tree. And these balances, they take a little time. You just do your best. You can always come down and rest and then try to come into it again. Noticing if you're locking the knee or not. You want to have a little softness to that knee, like I said. And breathe. And of course, we want to place that foot down and switch it to the other side. So again, you could be facing your chair, standing on the left foot, right toes off. You could have your side to the chair, right toes off. And deciding how high or low you want that foot. And just breathing into it, noticing if the standing leg is locked and just having a little softness to that knee, right? So you have so many options in terms of how that chair is going to help you. And breathing. And then placing both feet back down after you've practiced your tree on both sides. Moving into pyramid pose. Stepping your right foot forward. Stepping your left foot back. Now, this is not as long as stance as you did for your warrior pose, but it is somewhat long stance. You want your feet a little bit far away from one another. I've turned my back foot enough so my back heel can come down. This is a little bit of a mix between your warrior stance and your standing forward full with the chair. So I've squared off my hips. I'm going to start to lean over, and I already am starting to feel a stretch in my hamstring in the back of my leg. So you're going to pay close attention to that and see how far down you want to get to find a good stretch back here. Also working on strength in the legs and balance. You want to press into the inside of the front foot and the outside of the back foot. The spine stays relatively long. The front knee does not need to lock. You can have a tiny bit of softness, that little micro bend in the knee. And just breathe into that pose. So I'm using the chair quite a bit for this. That's up to you. The less you use the chair, the more you'll work your balance and your strength. But be realistic about what you need to be doing for your level. Nice, deep, even, steady breaths. And then pushing into the chair and pushing into the feet to come up so we can switch sides. Stepping that left foot forward. Remember that you don't want to be too far away from your chair. If I step back here, I'm off my mat and I have to reach super far forward. So I want to have that foot pretty close to the chair. Back foot turns out so my back heel comes down. And leaning over. Of course, I don't want to be too close to my chair either. A little bit far away. Squaring off the hips. Noticing how much stretch you're getting here. Up a little higher, less stretch. A little lower, more stretch. Nice deep breaths. Good, coming up. Wiggling those feet in towards one another and standing up into Tadasana. So we practice our chair pose, which is perfect for our chair yoga. While we were seated in the chair, we also have the option of trying our chair pose here, standing behind the chair. So for chair pose, your feet are pretty close together. You'll be more stable if your feet are a little bit apart, and then it will be more and more challenging if you bring your feet closer and closer together. So I'm showing it with my toes touching and my heels apart, so it's a little more challenging version. I don't want to stand too far away from my chair, but I do want to be able to catch a hold of it. Sitting back in the heels, you almost feel a little bit like you're going to fall backwards here. That's a little bit what it feels like, but of course I have my chair. I could try one arm or other, or both. And remember, your chair is always there to help you if you need to catch a hold of it. We're sitting way back and down. Notice how much I'm working those thighs, hamstrings, even working the glutes. And breathing, shoulders down, fingers up, heart open. And then standing back up. So for the last bit of class, I'd like to do a seated shavasana. So for a traditional yoga class, we would often lie down for shavasana. Today we're going to do seated. Works just as well. Walking around to the chair, having a comfortable seat in the chair. So sitting back to where we can sit up nice and tall in the chair, and the chair will support us. The most important thing for shavasana really is just to have a nice long spine and to be comfortable and relaxed. Closing our eyes, we can bring our attention a little bit more inwards, just resting our hands on our thighs, sitting up tall, finding that balance between effort and ease. I want to be comfortable, I want to be relaxed, but yet I also want to have a nice long spine. As I close my eyes, I'm going to start to take as deep breaths as I can, in and out through the nose if possible, but if need be, through the mouth works fine too. Shoulders relax down, muscles of the face relax. It's really important because we work hard in these poses, so it's important to have this time to just rest, just to relax, just to quiet the mind a little bit. A few more deep breaths. Just to end our practice on a nice, simple, calm note. And we finish by saying namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste, thank you. Be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you haven't already, follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration.
We at Wellness Plus specialize in all things health and wellness, ranging from yoga and fitness to massage and ASMR. Whether you are looking to target specific areas of tension or want to enhance your general self-care routine, we provide the tools you need to feel better, look better, and live better. We have courses for every level, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro. Our courses provide a wide range in difficulty to accommodate your evolving flow.
Welcome back to Yoga with Jess. We are going to break down some really essential postures.
We are going to rock out with some of the most essential ab exercises that you need to have the abs that you've always dreamed of.
I've blended techniques to help you connect with students, and you can be a rock star teacher.
Wellness Plus is available on Amazon, which you can stream from your home on your phone, tablet, or TV. Join Wellness Plus today and get your first 7 days free.
Introducing YogaPlus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. YogaPlus. Download now for free.